this is a resume review of a full stack software engineer. So they have said specifically that they've been trying for a long time. They might switch to DevOps. If you have advice on that, that will be cool. So the problem with that is a completely different set of keywords. This right here is the keywords for full stack, which we're going to be using. These are the keywords for DevOps. DevOps is going to have a very different resume completely. So what is my opinion on it? It's not going to be this resume. You can never, every resume needs to be very specific. This goes for everybody. If you try to make a resume that can fit 2 job titles, it's probably going to fail at both. In fact, it's usually going to fail at both. So we're going to review specifically for full stack developer. And they have an okay ratio. Again, not great. It's 1-75, but like market's bad, y'all, for software engineer. So that's like a C-. That's kind of my view, 1-75. But let's see if we can't make it better. And, you know, if y'all like this kind of content and want to support me, please like, comment, and subscribe. It seriously helps. Even if you just put a comment that says, hey, it's beneficial. And if you need more help, stop by my live stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 11 a.m. PST. I help for free there live as well. My brain did not work. Let's go with the resume. So this is a nightmare in formatting. I hate this formatting. Please don't use this. I want basic formatting, okay? Like when you make your resume, boring is good. I know that flies in the face of a lot of it, but most recruiters will say, yes, I want it to be easy to read. I want to get the information. This is fancy. I don't want fancy, all right? So formatting is bad. This stuff can be deleted. Where's your education? Why is it down here? Okay. BS and computer. Okay, so this needs to be up top, all right? You don't need to say when you started. You just need to have it up top. For IC resumes, which are individual contributor resumes, you almost always want your education up top because it's usually a requirement. I can't really think of anything that's not off the top of my head. So the education should be here, and then what I really want is this, and it should be 2 lines. And please stop with all the fancy colors. This makes it so much worse. So this section can safely be deleted, and then you can put the education and certificate part up there. So let's look at the actual. Also, this font is bad. I know I have bad eyes, but I'm going to have to actually lean in for this. You're going to get a big old face view, unfortunately, but the font is bad. Used. Even if you're still working there, used. Everything should be in past tense, even if you're still working there. It just reads better. Used programming languages such as Python, Java, React, and MySQL to develop and provide solutions. For what? Agile methodologies for streamlining project. Again, for what? Is this client standards used? Okay, so okay, these are not great, but they're not terrible. This is a C- resume. So what I want you to do is I do need JavaScript, HTML, and CSS, okay? I also need to know why you did these things. So your bullet points should be, with the exception of the first one under each job, should very much be a what, how, and why, right? So what you did, that is going to be the keyword. In which case you did that here. I see the what. The what is all over that. The how you did it, I don't see. Do I see a how? No, I see some of them are how you use them, but not a lot. But I need to know why you did it. Now, this doesn't have to be a brag. The why is not necessarily a brag. It's just why you did it. And I don't see that. So the bullet points need to be better, and the formatting is really holding you back. I mean, seriously, if you just made this all black and white, removed this, and put your education and certs up top, and made it 10.5 Arial, you'd actually get way more stuff, even without changing the bullet points. So, but yeah, you have the what. So you have basically all the keywords. I do need very much a HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, but beyond those, keywords are good. I just need them to be more, right? Utilized AWS grade VPAs that contain internal structures such as that. Why? Again, not terrible, but why? So yeah, this resume is not far from being good. I want to be clear. It's just I need more, okay? And there's so much extraneous stuff. Stop trying to make it fancy. Fancy fails, all right? No fancy resumes. I want boring basic. All right, boring basic is good. 10.5 Arial, that is peak. That is a good resume, okay? So overall, again, definitely formatting issues, some slight bullet point issues, and that's kind of it. That's really what's holding you back. Let's go to the next resume. This is a resume review of a software engineer intern. So they are specifically looking for Europe positions, and I'll be honest, I'm not a European recruiter. Maybe I will one day, but I've never made a placement in Europe. I've helped people get jobs in Europe. My advice does translate, but it's not my primary market. So I can only base this based on the US market. I want to be clear. I don't know European market. So with that said, what we're going to be looking for is a basic knowledge of the tech stack. So we're like language, library, SQL, cloud, maybe a little AI spiced in there. Ability to work well with others, takes direction and criticism, and previous internships. So this person has a 1:75 ratio, which again is not terrible. I want to be clear. It's not great. It's a C-, but it still passes. Internships are very, very competitive. That's just the nature of them. So I'm expecting this to be barely passable, but passing nonetheless. Let's see what they have. So they also put their full contact information up top, so I can't scroll down any further. I'm sorry. Or I can't scroll up any further. All right. Yeah, I don't need all of this. Again, these need to be, this entire section I think can be deleted, and you need to replace it with your education. The education needs to be at the top. For almost every individual contributor or IC or non-manager resume, your education should probably be at the top. That's just the way it is. There are some industries, but not a ton of them. So education should be switched with there. And also you have it at the very bottom, which I don't even know if people can see because they cannot scroll down that far. So then this needs to not be in bolding. There's too much bolding. Build a full stack to-do app with scalable backend. Okay, again, this is too technical. Remember, you're doing an intern. You're not here to fix a company's entire problems. You're here to be an intern. So I'm missing some of the basics, right? Like, where's JavaScript? Where's Java, Python, etc.? I guess Node would be okay, but this needs to be here. So your formatting is way off, and this is actually really hard to read it. And I'm also missing how you worked well together with other people. I need the soft skills. You can't just say this, right? You need to show how you did it. So this is written wrong. I need you to fix it a bit, but you have a lot of keywords because everybody has keywords. I want to be clear. When you're applying for an internship, most everybody has the tech stuff. Everybody misses how you can actually do this. Now, multilingual is important. English and French should be up top too. That's actually very important for multilingual. So yeah, I don't know if this would pass by me, but I can see it maybe passing one or two because you do have Node, you have Angular, you have Node, you have MongoDB, you have full stack. But yeah, these are too technical. I mean, you need to lower this, right? You're an intern. You're not solving the company's entire problems. So this wouldn't pass with me. Put the bachelor's degree up top. Actually put these keywords in your projects and tell me how you worked well with others, and then we can probably fix that ratio. And stop bolding everything. Stop. Why does everybody bold it? You have bolded so much to be irrelevant. So let's go to the next resume. This is a resume review of a software development engineer. They said SDE2, but that's apparently specifically for Fang, which I wanted to talk about real quick because this person's I want to get into Fang especially. I've not recruited for Fang. I have recruited for multiple Fortune 500 companies, I think actually multiple Fortune 100 companies, but not Fang. And Fang in particular has a very different style of what they want because they have a very a stranglehold on the niche of software developers. So I don't know specifically how to get into Fang. I know generalized stuff. I can help you with a bunch of other companies, Fortune 100 companies, but I'm not a Fang recruiter. I've never recruited for Fang or whatever it's called now. I know of it, obviously, but yeah. So I can't give you the exact advice to get into Fang. I want to be clear. I can give you advice to get into a lot of other stuff. So with saying that, you said you're an SDE2, which the rest of the market just calls a software engineer. I also would caution against using 1, 2, 3, 4 in your resumes. This goes for everybody, because what a level 3 at company 1 is a level 1 at company 2, right? So junior, senior, senior is fine, because senior is it sort of implies something, but I would not use levels. So saying all that, this person has a 1 to 75 ratio, so it's not bad. I know you're trying to get, and you said you're in India and you're trying to get into FANG companies, but first off, make sure you're legally able to, but I don't know enough about you to know if that's the case, or how FANG does that kind of stuff. So what we're going to be looking for is, again, I don't know, because a back-end software engineer, a front-end software engineer, a full-stack software engineer are all going to have different keywords. Formatting-wise, this actually isn't terrible. I don't think, there's definitely some improvements for sure you can make. Like, this doesn't need to be bolded, and this doesn't need to be bolded, but overall this is an okay formatting. I prefer mine, but whatever, this works. So all of this should not be bolded, though. There's way too much bolding. But spearheaded the recreation of our legacy monolithic application core engine into an event-driven microservice handle plus data scale. This should be one bullet point. Also, it's okay. You can fix this by employing AWS for surface filing, faster Python, throttling, leveraging functional programming. I mean, these are okay bullet points. They kind of have what I want, but they're weird. But you have too many. There's way too much here. You need to combine this and shrink it. Like that. Like, instead of, so spearheaded our legacy applications engine using AWS, Python, I think, and TypeScript. So that's fine. That's what I would like to see. But I don't also see SQL. This is kind of hard as hell to read, I'll be honest. But you do have some of the right keywords. But please stop bolding everything. People need to stop bolding everything. It makes it hard to read. Yeah, so your formatting is off. I actually think when you fix the bullet points and you combine them, they're going to be pretty good. OpenAI, OpenShift. Again, this is not how I want you to write every single bullet point needs to be one sentence. It can be a run-on sentence. It can be a long sentence. It can be an awkward sentence, but it needs to be a single sentence. This is honestly like 12 bullet points for a job you've been at for about 2 years. That's way too much. And then this one is also like 18 bullet points. I want between, on average, 5 to 7 bullet points per position. So, yeah. See, this is great, too. I actually liked this. So I think this is a good bullet point. But these need to be combined. Do you have the stuff? Yeah, again, this is like a C-. I can definitely see how this can pass, because you do have the keywords. They're just, its formatting is making it really difficult to read, and there's a lot of extraneous stuff. I also don't fully know what I think you are full stack. This does actually kind of read like full stack, so I think that's good. But yeah, there's so much here. You over-engineered it. And then your certificates should actually be under your education as well. So, technical skills, don't need it. Projects, no one's even going to go this far down. You have way too much. So yeah, you need to condense this. I need this to be more agile. I have to say that. But yeah, there's too much here. There's too much bolding. The formatting is a little off, which is easy to fix. But there's just so much that you can miss it. And remember, we're not trying to see that you are the best of the best. We're just seeing that you meet the minimum qualifications for an interview, at least in Fortune 500 companies. I don't know how FANG does it. I want to be clear. FANG may be like, hey, this is a perfect resume for FANG. Also, you need to showcase that you jumped across a pit of boiling lava. I don't know. I've not recruited for FANG. But for the rest of the Fortune 100 companies and 500 companies, this would be C-, and we need to make it better. So let's go to the next resume. This is a resume review of a quantitative trader / developer intern. So this person is looking to move from France to the United States for an internship. The answer to that is you need to make sure you're legally able to do that. That is beyond me. I've not worked on that kind of transfer before for an internship, so you need the ability to do that first, which I don't know what that would be. They also were asking for the school part is precising I don't actually know what you mean by precising the exchange semester. And do you add in a separate section in my lab involvement or school, or is it good enough with projects? Well, we'll see about that. And I'm really not satisfied with X years experience in my resume, so I want to know if okay not to put it. You don't need X years of experience, but Yeah, all right. So there's a lot there that I might not actually be qualified to answer, unfortunately. So that is the problem with being an expert, is everybody thinks you are an expert in every single aspect, and that is unfortunately not the case. So what we're going to be looking for, at least based on the resumes that I've seen for a quantitative intern, is specifically the trader. Not trader, they don't want their intern to betray them, but like TRADER, over research is you want your BA or MS, you want to have math, stats, or Python. Python was good. You want to be able to explain complex topics in a simple manner to people. You want to be able to work as a team and take criticism. You want the words markets, finance, trading, and in particular finance markets. Those are the keywords we're looking for. So with all that, let's begin. Oh, their ratio is unknown because they haven't started yet. So, education. This is okay, actually. I think this is okay. But the problem with this is if you're applying to the U.S. is I don't know the equivalency of what this would be. So the problem with this is I don't know what an ISEP equivalent would be. If I am a U.S. recruiter, what you need to show is that a bachelor's? Is that a master's? I don't know because that doesn't translate. I don't know what ISEP is. Paris Institute of Digital Tech. No, I don't know what ISEP is. I need a bachelor's or a master's. That's what I'm going to understand. Anything else is not in the United States. Yeah, and then we have experience. Again, I don't know what ISEP is. That is something that is very particular to French, I guess, and I have no idea what the heck that is. So, engineered automated solutions for external clients, including a system for a lot of technical documentations. That's not exactly what I'd be looking for. Gemini API on Python. This is okay because it shows Python. Rigorous data. Okay. So, yeah, none of this would be what I'm looking for except for Python, and even Python was like a bonus. The thing that I'm really going to be looking for is that you, like, I get you had external clients, but, like, what did you do? Did you explain it? Like, as a quant intern, you're still going to be a subject matter expert. I need you to act like a subject matter expert. How did you explain those technical topics? I don't know because you did not tell me. And let's go to projects. Conducted a time series analysis of Bitcoin, personal trading experience. That's fine. Identifying patterns in price. This seems to be what they're going to be looking for a quant trader. So that seems good. Developed algorithms, candle body ratios. This is too complicated. You're going to have to dumb it down for me. Designed a trading strategy. That's good. Engineered a PTAP. I don't know what that is. And I'm just skimming this. Yeah, this is how did you work well with others, right? Like, okay, so here's the problem. You got some of the technical stuff right. The issue is almost everybody's got the technical stuff right. They all teach you kind of the same thing. I need to know, how did you explain this stuff to me? I don't see that. I am a recruiter. I am not a statistical, quantitative recruiter. I need you to say, make this make sense to me, and you did not do that. I am going to one day ask, hey, French citizen, number 12, that sounded insulting. I don't like that at all. Hey, person whose resume you just submitted, I have a question. I don't know what this means. You need to explain it to me. What is a candlestick patterns on wick to body ratios? Actually, no, that one makes sense. What is, let's see, what is a reversal and continuation trends? I don't know. You need to explain that to me. I need you to show that you can work on a team. I need to know that you can explain complex topics to dummies like me that I don't even understand. I can barely do algebra. All right, I passed with a prayer in my math things, and you need to explain this stuff to me, and you didn't. This is entirely focused on the technical aspects and not the fact that you are a subject matter expert even as an intern. So that is what I'm going to need. I'm going to need way more of that. Would this pass? Probably not. And again, I don't know how you can get interns in the United States directly from Paris. Hopefully your school has a way to do that. That is beyond my knowledge. I know that once you have the work experience of how that would work, but specifically for that kind of stuff is beyond me. So let's go to the next resume. This is the last resume of this video, which is also my 100th video. Yay! I didn't even realize it until now because I forgot. But this is a DevOps engineer. They've had a no ratio essentially yet. They don't know yet. They just started sending it out. They've got no replies yet. They've only sent 50, so probably not very good. It's also was a JPEG, but that was just to scrub the information, so that was fine. Otherwise, they know not to send it as a JPEG. Let's see. So we are going to be looking for a DevOps engineer, which is different than DevOps because they're all different, is CI pipelines, DevOps, SQL, cloud, multitasking, multiple projects, Python, Bash, Ruby, PowerShell, Jenkins, GitLab, CI/CD, Azure, Azure DevOps, infrastructure as code, IAC, and tools such as Terraform, CloudFormation, Ansible, and Kubernetes. Those are what we're going to look for. So, let's begin. This is a nightmare to see. So I don't know if this was just the JPEG process that messed it up, but this looks very faded. And it's kind of hard for me to read this. I think it might be hard for people at home too. So I may have to like mess up the format and look at this. So I will say something about this is off, and I don't know if this is because you copied it to a JPEG before sending it to me and I had to copy it back to a PDF, but please use just normal black and white. All right, there's a reason I have my formatting. My formatting is below. It's on my website. It's this. This is what I want. This is easy to read. This is a nightmare to read. And when you are reading 100 resumes in an hour and a half, you can miss stuff if it's hard to read. So the formatting's off. I don't care about a technical skills section. Again, technical skill sections are not usually needed. This can be up top, which I don't know if you need your GPA anymore. You've been out of school for 3 years, but you should have your education up top. That should have replaced this. Make the whole thing black and white. Please, 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 please make it black and white. If you are a U.S. citizen or green card holder and you're applying to the U.S., you should put U.S. citizen in and then put the exact state you are in. City and state. That's all you need to do. You don't need to do address or anything. So, utilized. Okay, no, this is not good because you didn't tell me how you use them. All right, what I want to know is how you use these things. Manage customer-facing deployments. That's actually good. Using Docker. Is Docker one of them? Probably not, but Terraform is. While leveraging, I hate the word leveraging. ServiceNow, not one. Wrote Python scripts. That's good. I guess if Python is a thing, Docker would probably be a thing. Manual developer. Reduce build is seriously so hard for me to read this, y'all. I'm like up here. I know I have bad eyes and I'm old, but like not this old. Scaling, iteration. Again, you're missing a lot of keywords here. So not only is it hard to read, you're missing a lot of the keywords. Because I think I only found... What the hell did I even find? Python and Terraform. Where's the DevOps? You're applying for DevOps. Where's the DevOps? I need you to literally put DevOps on there. Where's the cloud? I don't see cloud. Again, this doesn't count because you didn't put how you did it. It's what, hi, wow. What, hi, wow. What, how, why is the format you need to follow. This doesn't count. I need to know how you did it. You cannot just list out your skills. Let's see, SaaS, security level, no. Okay, yeah, so I'm missing so many keywords. Maybe they're going to be here. Kubernetes is one, and that's it. Yeah, you have, like, no keywords. You need to redo this from scratch, quite frankly. There's, like, only a couple of key things that I would salvage. I need specifically DevOps. Look, I know that sounds weird, but when you're doing DevOps, I need you to show me that you have DevOps. I need you to say DevOps because DevOps is kind of weird like that. I need to see the cloud. I need to see how you used it. This doesn't count. That doesn't count. I need to see how you used it. What, how, why. All right? With the exception of the first bullet point in each job, which in this case, this shouldn't even be a how, what, why. This should be a summary of your duties, right? You should say DevOps engineer for our AWS potato that where I did X and Y with customer facing. So that the bullet points are weird. They don't have what I want, and they're kind of written weird too. Like, I don't know if you used AI or not. Maybe you didn't, but it kind of reads like you did. And maybe you didn't, but it GitOps. Yeah, they just sound so weird. So there's not enough detail. There's not enough keywords. The formatting's off. This would definitely not pass. This is the reason why you're having trouble getting this. Yes, the market is bad, but I feel like you shouldn't have that much of a problem with this. I think you could, if you do all these changes, I think we get this like a 1 in 30, 1 in 25 or less, right? So, because actually right here is the key thing. You got this job right when the market crashed. This was a job that you got right before the big crash. Technically, it was slowly doing it beforehand, but people didn't really realize it until then. So now the job market is radically different from when you got this, and this resume would not succeed. I don't see DevOps. I don't see GitLab. I don't see Cloud. I don't see PowerShell. I don't see SQL. I don't see infrastructure as code. I don't see CI/CD. I think maybe I saw Kubernetes, but yeah. So you need to take a look at these keywords, make sure they have this in them, add the word DevOps, and redo this. What the keyword is, how you used it, why you used it. And the first bullet point under each job needs to be a summary of your duties so that I can understand it. So I don't want to end the video on a sad note, but yeah, this definitely does not pass. Thank you all for watching for 100 videos. That's really awesome. Yeah. And if you need more help, please join my live stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 11 a.m. PST, and like, comment, and subscribe. It really does help me out. The algorithm, I don't understand it, but I know that if you like, comment, and subscribe, it helps more people. So yeah, I look forward to doing another 100 videos of these and more. I'll see you in the next one.